What's up, everybody? Chris from CTG the Saiyan Elites here. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day. I want to bring you guys another commentary gameplay of a match that we did a few weeks ago now, it feels like, which was between Frieza and Cooler, the two new set 9 leaders. We wanted to do a little bit of a theme match between Frieza and Cooler since I haven't got to play this leader yet, and I'm playing Frieza Planet Wrecker, which is, like I said, it came out of set 9, and Jake is playing the new Cooler leader. I think it's called Revenge Transformed, which is the new version of Mill. Now, if you're kind of new to card games and you don't know what milling means, milling is the action of removing cards from your opponent's deck so they can't use them, and they are susceptible to being decked out, which if in card games like this, if you lose your entire deck, you do lose the game. So you're basically putting your opponent on a timer as to when they basically have to beat you by. If not, they lose most of their cards. And when you mill cards, a lot of decks don't have the ability to pull those cards back into their deck, so you're actually removing the RNG chances of them getting cards that they really need. Obviously, there is the RNG of, you know, you removing cards that they don't absolutely need, and you're helping them get closer to the cards they do need, but that's kind of the risk you play when you're using a mill deck. So this Frieza leader, I ran a tricolor variant of him, which is red, yellow, and blue, and I'm charging red yellow because I'm not really going to be playing out. As you see there, I have a red blue Frieza in my hand, which you would normally play for energy. I'm actually playing it out in succession with the 1-drop, which a lot of the Frieza cards allow you to swap into other cards depending on the situation. And with Frieza, I have the ability to draw. As you see there, I had a Frieza spaceship in my deck as well, which allows me to play out a Frieza card from my hand at the end of every turn, which is super nice. So you see here, I play the 1-drop out, and he gives a battle card or a leader card that's red, 5k. So I gave my leader 5k, and I'm swinging my 5k at his Saiyan Kaba, which is a very strong card. It allows him to self-awaken, and when he does that, Kaba gains 10k and double strike. So he combos out of that. He restands a Beerus, and then I swap that Frieza into the 15k Frieza, and I swing at Cooler, which then his effect allows me to neg a card by 5,000, so I neg his Kaba, and I kill it anyways. Basically, I wanted to swing with the 5-drop to force him to defend it, and he did, so he kind of fell into my trap there a little bit. Then I swing with Frieza, and Frieza's 15, he ends up sensu beaning, and I think he's still gonna take, nope, he combos out. Okay, so he's at 5. It is now Jake's turn, and let's see what he does here. As you can see, a lot of the cards in my hand, you see the 5-drop Frieza, the 100% overdrive, which is a very, very good card for basically ending games. I have the Beerus in there. I have the 3-drop King's Offering, or it's called Imperial Offering, I think, which has Offering. Very good card. I don't remember if I play it out or not. We'll kind of see here. Yeah, so Imperial Offering there, you when you play it, it has the keyword of Offering, where it forces your opponent to either crit a card from their life, or you can draw 2. So I charge a Chilled, that way I have access to all 3 of my colors. We're going to head and use Frieza's ability to search for Frieza's army. Choose the 1-drop, put everything back. And you actually don't shuffle, which is very strange, so you just put everything at the bottom of your deck. So we put out the 1-drop, give my 15k extra 5ks, makes him 20. Then you swap into the Clan Commander, which this Frieza a little bit different. This one allows you to search the top 5 for a Frieza's army. As you see there, I completely whiffed, did not draw a Frieza's army. But you get to swap a 5k into a 15k for basically 1 energy, which is just really good value. The Clan Commander is just such a better variant of the 2-drop swap as opposed to the old 2-drop swap, which you can see there in my energy. Evolutionary Process Frieza is just not as good of a card, so I swap into the other 15. I swing a lead, and let's see what Cooler does here. And since I swapped the 1-drop in again, I was able to give my Clan Commander an extra 5k, making him 20. So now he has to combo at least 10 out of both of these attacks. So he uses is that all you got? So he removes my 15k there, and now Clan Clan Commander Frieza is at, I think, 5. So he negates with Frieza. With Frieza's No Introduction, which is a Frieza card that allows you to play into the 5-drop very easily. You play it out for 2 on your opponent's turn, and then you can do what he's doing here and swap into the 5-drop for 3 energy. And he swings. It's a hefty swing. When this Frieza swings, it actually negs your entire opponent's board by 30,000, and then they have to mill 2 cards for each card that was affected. So I have to mill a total of 4 cards. And that is just unfortunate. I accidentally ended up adding a card to my life, which is kind of weird. He's 30k triple strike, and I don't really have much to really deal with that in my hand at the moment, unfortunately. I don't have any yellow, so I can't really arrival out Beerus, and I actually don't have the energy for it anyways, so I'm going to have to take the 3 life. And you see there, I drew into my SER, which is a Smoke Dragon. I think every deck, if you're newer to this game, you should run at least 1 SCR in each one of your decks. There'd be no reason not to. You can only run 1 of them. Just if you pull it and you end up getting the right situation, it can end up winning you the game. Or losing the game if you don't play it right. So the Smoke Dragon is just kind of a universal one, considering it has no specific color value because it's a black card. So since I'm running tricolor and I'm not going to have a lot of a specific color on board, just really nice to be able to have multiple. So you see here, I ended up bringing out Beerus, and I can then KO the Frieza to get that thing off the board. And I ended up awakening to kind of combo out of his cooler attack. So what the Frieza leader does on the awaken side is you can tap 1 red energy and give any one of your Frieza cards, your Frieza army cards, I think it's Frieza army and Frieza clan, I may be wrong there, but you give them crit. So if you have the 5-drop on board, you can tap 1 energy and give it crit, so it becomes 30k triple strike crit. So he uses After Image technique and mills my, or negs my Frieza, I think, by 10, and forces me to mill a card, which is very unfortunate for me. And I think I'm just resetting my my board here because I accidentally untapped my energy and my battle cards, which does happen. So I swing, drew a card, drew a Senzu Bean, which is nice, and we tap the Senzu Bean, restand. So he is 20k, so he swings with Beerus, or combos with Beerus, combos with his 1-drop Frieza, combo out. Now it is Jake's turn. And I really like his cooler deck. We actually both made it together. The idea of his cooler deck is to be very reactive. So you see there the Mach Speed Kaiokens. You basically run a ton of cards to just neg your opponent's battle cards, whether they're battle cards or extra cards, so you can remove cards from their board and remove cards from their deck at the same time. So he ends up swinging Itopo because he has 5 energy open, 2 cards in hand, so I wanted to make sure that I was able to defend any attacks that he had further on. So we charge we charge a Frieza, Death Embrace. I wanted to keep the Perilous technique, so I actually play out Smoke Dragon, and I think I ended up misplaying here. So I don't remember what I ended up picking for my effect. I don't remember what I ended up picking for my effect. I think I made him drop 2 cards. Yes, I did. I made him drop 2 cards. Okay. So now what I should have done. Yes. So I remember this pretty clear now. So he has an ability where you can choose 4 cards in your opponent's hand and send them to the drop. But he only had 2 cards in hand. And if I would have swung 2 cards with my Beerus and my Frieza here, he would end up drawing 2 cards. Then I could have Smoke Dragoned him and then removed all 4 of those cards. But I think I ended up losing here because I used Smoke Dragon too soon. Now, I don't know what I was scared of. I think I was scared of him using... Alright, so he uses Cooler there. don't know why he restood an energy, though. I'm not sure about that. It's kind of weird. So I ended up milling cards. He combos out. It's his turn. And yeah, so I could have potentially sent that cooler to the drop instead of having it in his hand. So now he swings for me, and I am completely tapped out. No way of comboing. He combos with a double strike. I have to take it, unfortunately, and I can't even use Smoke Dragon to combo out. So he combos. I take 2, and you see there I have a bunch of dead cards in my hand because I have no energy, and he ends up swinging for me. And I think that ends up being game. Yeah, it ends up being game. So, just to learn from that, don't Smoke Dragon unless your opponent has 4 cards in hand. That would make a lot more sense. But hopefully you guys liked the video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like and subscribe. Once we get up to 300, like I said, we're gonna be doing a giveaway for something. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. And I'll see you guys in the next video.